Hello and welcome to the Sunday School film for Remembrance Sunday. Now, before we start, I need to just pop on my mask and I need to go into the church and I need to buy something. And here we go, here's my poppy I've bought for remembrance. Now I wonder, do you actually know why we wear a poppy for remembrance? And if you look carefully right into the centre of the poppy, you'll get a clue to where the money from each poppy sale goes to. Poppies were first used as a symbol of remembrance just after the First World War in the 1920s. So in amongst all the horrible sights on the battlefields of World War I, it was the poppy flower that was growing. And it was a Canadian army doctor, John McCrae, who, serving in 1915 in France, witnessed the death of a friend and took inspiration from the poppies he saw around to write the poem In Flanders Fields.
In Flanders Fields by John McCrae. In Flanders Fields the poppies blow, between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below.
We are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields.
Take up our quarrels with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, through poppies grow in Flanders Fields.
Now the first artificial poppies that we would recognise like these were sold here in this country in 1921, and they were sold as part of the Hague Fund. Now they were so popular that by 1922 the fund built its first factory and employed in that factory disabled ex-servicemen to make each of the poppies. So for us today, the Poppy Appeal is organised by the Royal British Legion, and every penny you put into that pot to support the purchase of your poppy goes to help ex-servicemen and their families from any conflicts. And some of you may actually be able to spot some people wearing a white poppy, which means peace, and there is also a purple poppy which remembers the animals that lost their lives in conflict and war too. Now, my great-uncle, James Ernest Clapham, he died aged 19 in 1917, serving as a soldier in the West Riding Regiment, 2nd Battalion. Here's a picture of where he's buried. He is one of over 10,000 soldiers within this cemetery. Now, Remembrance Day isn't about only remembering those who died in World War I, but also soldiers and servicemen from World War II, and men and women from all conflicts of war since. As well as remembering those who've died in all those previous conflicts, Remembrance Day also gives us the opportunity to think about those who today serve for us in the Army, the Navy and the Air Force. Now, I contacted my nephew Russell, who serves as an Army officer. In fact, in the modern version of the same regiment, my great-uncle died serving in the World War I, and I asked Russell for his thoughts on Remembrance today.
Good afternoon. My name's Lieutenant Russ Hughes, and I'm an officer in the 1st Battalion, the Yorkshire Regiment. Remembrance Sunday comes around at the start of November each year, and it's a time for the whole of society to reflect, remember and give thanks for those who gave their lives to protect the freedoms that we enjoy today. Now, it's often a particularly personal time for those in the 3 services, such as mine, the Army, especially those slightly more senior than myself who served in conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan, and they remember the lost ones who are still very close to their memory. Now, although at Remembrance Time we thank those who still serve and think of those who made the ultimate sacrifice, it's important to remember that it's not a celebration of war or of any kind of victory, whether those be in the world wars or in any conflicts. Because on Remembrance Sunday, we simply remember those on all sides of conflicts who made the ultimate sacrifice. And we actually pray for peace and hope for future, that war that continues to still afflict us today in so many parts of the world can one day pass from our lives. So this Remembrance Sunday, as we remember those who have fallen and we give the thanks to those who continue to serve, we also pray for peace and we hope for a better world than the one that we remember each Remembrance Sunday.
And it is traditional at 11 o'clock on every Remembrance Sunday that wherever we are, we stop for 2 minutes in silence to remember those who gave their lives. Finn will now lead us in our quiet moment together.
They shall grow, not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning we will remember them.
When you go home, tell them of us and say, for your tomorrow we gave our today.
We will remember them. We will remember them.
We will remember them.
And this weekend, while you're out and about, do look out for these Sunday school family makes. Families have been making remembrance wreaths, and on each wreath are 2 names of men from this village who gave their lives either in World War I or World War II. Now, sadly, because of current circumstances, we as Sunday school can't be here next to the village memorial with everybody else in the village as we would normally be. But I will look forward to being with you in another film next Sunday, so we can be together in that way. But finally for today, let's finish with the words of this beautiful modern poem, which I think sums up the symbol of the poppy, and it's read to us by Emily and Evie.
Poppy, Poppy, what do you say?
Wear me on Remembrance Day.
Poppy, Poppy, what do you tell?
Many soldiers in battle fell.
Poppy, Poppy, what should we know?
That peace on earth should grow, grow, grow.